I've just created this character. This is a
little anesthesia.
I want to say, let's point out the good features of the game, but we have to actually receive the game to be able to do that.
Oh, motherfucker. Everything chill, mano?
CD Projekt Red, CD Projekt.
Found yourself a hole, sounds
and
like.
this thing we all paid for. It is in CyberPunk. It's not CyberPunk2077.
I'll talk to Kirk, but then you're gonna owe me one.
Okay, first point out, 99% of the time,
You're saving my life, V.
this chick is sitting here and she doesn't have any legs. They come out of the shorts, they get cut off, they just got cybernetic knees. Like, does anyone even
He's a good boy.
Does anyone even bloody test this game? Like, no wonder the nudity setting is incorrect and they are insisting on saying it's correct, because no one looks. So, fail, straight off the bat. This is at the very beginning of the Street Kid freshly created character, so it's a character created in 1.11. First thing I see, something broken. Something incorrect. And that's not counting the fact that I know for a fact that the nudity setting is incorrect.
Hey, Kirk. One.
And for the record, this
Pepe asked me to talk
this
to you
intro is probably the middle of the ground. The best one to do, because it's the quickest, is Corpo. You can breeze through that pretty quick. This one's a little bit longer, and the
Know what, Kirk?
Nomad is it's a slog.
You want from around here. Popping
So,
Haywood for the
which is the
visit,
least
sure.
torturous?
You live far,
Corpo.
far away.
The most torturous?
What are you getting at?
Getting at
the Nomad, and the middle ground torturous is this one. When I say torturous, because this game is not fun to play. This is not Cyberpunk. This is not what we paid for. And not just because the nudity setting is incorrect. Sorry, the nudity sensor is incorrectly working.
Mayor Ryan. 3, a rental
and not
service.
because of the performance, because the performance is passable.
Number 4
not
belongs
because
to
of
my
bugs,
client, just as soon as you
but it's
cleft
the
it for
lies.
me, that is.
So it's, yeah, things like
I'm no thief.
mature.
Even if I wanted to. Stealing a ride like
The
that
most mature part of this game
Hell, 2 levels.
is the fact that you can blow someone's limb off. That is the most mature part of this game.
You don't need to know how.
Right. Again, like, I don't care about any of your characters. You've driven me to the point where I dislike everything
How
about
am
the
I
game.
supposed to do this?
Because
Expect
of
me to
decisions
slide
you've
under the
made
chest?
to rip your customer base off. But I'm
Yes.
trying to find good parts of the game.
Best keep your word, Kirk.
Easy,
Details.
V. Job's gonna pad your wallet too, you know.
That's probably the
Head to
only,
Embers in the Glen. Rick's in the garage.
like when you look at a character, you can see like that top looks soft, the shorts look a little harder, that kind of thing.
Wow, where do you shop?
That's kind of the
I was
only
at
thing
the
you got.
hospital today.
Malone.
It's the only thing this game's got going for it.
Bullshit.
The world is unfinished, to be blunt.
Police manhunt.
The bones are there, but with all the walls and the decisions that these assholes at CD Projekt have decided to put in place to wall off content and promised features from their customer base, it's beyond disgusting.
Who do we have here? We? Long time. Didn't know you were around.
Somebody who deals with the most
Got back
horrid
from
things on
Atlanta
the
a few
planet,
weeks ago.
See, you got a good
special
down
forces
home
or
welcome.
something like that,
How was it back east?
they
Tell
can
you
deal
later.
through some
Got
gruesome
something on
stuff
my
and
plate.
stuff
How
like that.
about
They
you
would look at this and
fill
go,
me in now?
I'm disgusted.
We'll give you a ride. Marcus, let's go.
Yes, handling the car is not the best. Gunplay is passable.
So where to?
And when people
Good
say
going.
they're surprised
Drop me off at
or it
Embers.
shouldn't have been released on this gen
Front
like
door?
PlayStation
Take
4
the
and
ramp
Xbox
back
One,
of the
it should
bar.
not have been released
Show
on
you
that.
where to stop.
You heard it, Marcus.
You're to be blunt to those people, you're idiots. when it was first announced and when they
Your
first
return
developed
to
it,
NC has been good.
its main
Busy already.
development was for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Right?
Pick up something here and there. Nothing major.
There are plenty of
But I'm
games out
getting
there
by.
that are
Appreciate
just
the
as
concern.
detailed, and when I say detailed, like
So,
open world wise,
Atlanta didn't turn out
city
like you
wise,
expected, huh?
car wise, pedestrian wise, and stuff like that. There's plenty of
Went
games
there
out there.
without expectations.
Grand Theft Auto,
actually.
they do
Well,
it fine.
Except that it'd be better than here.
Yeah, they do have the
It
occasional
wasn't.
issues.
Maybe it'll all
So
work
we
out
can
for the
expect occasional
best.
issues in this. Call of Duties, Dying Light. Dying Light's a good example. The areas you're in Dying Light are just as detailed as this. The entire area isn't quite as big in Dying Light,
Shit.
but it's a first-person shooter, the same as this. Has the whole when you look down and you see your character.
Stop the car.
But the big difference is
What's going on?
Dying Light.
Business.
When you look down, you see your actual character. With this, they've walled it off. So when you look down, you see their generic version of your character.
Sebastian
And that
Ibarra.
is in regards to the
Looks
nudity
like it's my
sensor.
lucky day
What do you want?
to settle our biz once and for
Dying
all.
Light's guns,
Got an offer for you, Pat.
weapons
so
that?
listen up.
about the same.
Get the fuck out of this.
Locomotion,
Pull your boys off the street.
parkour in Dying Light.
I'll give
There's
you
no
the
parkour
Glen.
in this.
Done deal. No more restless nights.
Dying Light doesn't
See
have
how
character
generous I can be?
customization. This does.
Well,
But
Patty,
what
more
is the
fucking
point of
word.
giving us character
Stay
customization
out of
if
this.
when we look
I
down
don't
we're not
know
going to see the
you.
character
And
we
I don't know
created?
you.
Because
Which
this
means
is what I'm
you're
saying
shit
right now
around
is not
here
the
and
character I
capable of
created.
even less. Well, anything else?
It seems our conversation has come to a
My
close.
character underneath those pants
Careful, Padre.
doesn't
Never
own a
knows
set of
got a
purple
barrel after
boxes,
6.
right? Because this is
You
my
neither,
character just
shit
created. In the creation
Marcus,
screen,
please.
when I chose the character, like what it's got and all that, I chose not to have the purple boxes, right? But this one I'm looking at now has purple boxes, so it is not my character.
I am pleased
So why
to
even
see
make
you
it
have
first
nothing
person
Still
or
lacking.
third person or
So
anything?
many of the
Why
little
give us
shits
our
left
character
around
model?
here.
Just give us a floating
Their
orb.
spines go soft when they look down a barrel.
Pull a Fallout, so when you're in first person, look down, you see nothing. You might as
Who
well have
was
done
that?
that.
No one important. He'll be gone in a week's time. Another will come
Story,
in his place.
I would know. I
Pulled
cannot play it
iron
long
on
enough to
You
even
did.
think about enjoying the story because
And
I
he will
spent
pay for doing
99% of my time, actually no, 98% of my time, glitching the game out to try and get what I was promised, and then
Pull up
walled
here.
off.
Right here. I'll just drop down below.
At the current moment,
Here,
I have not
before
found
you
a
go.
single character in this game that I have
Your
gone
number.
like, I like
Could
that
be
character,
useful.
excluding maybe
we can also
T-Bug,
work together again.
right?
Take ourselves back.
And
2
I'm not
years.
even going to care about
Thanks, Padre.
spoiler alerts now. They
Gotta
kill her
go.
off. Really, they
So
kill her
go
off
with
at roughly
God.
the same time they kill Jackie off. Yes, they kill him off. And to be honest, in a cheap way too. It's not even like you can go to where she was or anything like that. It's a voice recording of her. Well, we don't even know if she was killed off or not. We're just assuming because there is no evidence. Another NPC comments on how she died, which kinda maybe makes it more like she actually did die.
Status.
But
On
we can't
location.
go to her until
I'll have
there's
to
her
find
dead
your
body
man.
or anything like that.
Rick's one of the good guys, you'll see.
Yeah,
I trust him like
this
a
game, if I came into it trying to find good points in the game, and I had to, actually label them off,
Kirk sent me.
I think there is. Okay, texture
Camera's
quality is good,
blind.
but to be honest,
You
it
got
should be
20
lowered
minutes.
down on the base consoles.
Do your thing.
Clutter in the world is what is pulling down the frame rates on the base consoles. There is so much junk, like rubbish on the floor and stuff. They could half that, and it'd still be perfectly fine. I'm trying to find positives. Okay.
Kirk,
Texture quality.
I see the ride.
Your moment to shine, kiddo.
The character's
luck.
rigging is a little better than most games. Well, I'm pulling at straws here. Because if I was to say what would I rate CyberPunk 2077, I would have to say, I can't rate CyberPunk 2077 because they haven't given us CyberPunk 2077.
Let's take this piece of wonder tech for a whirl.
You're a man of
Yeah,
little faith.
it's like, we haven't gotten the game we paid for. We gave them our money.
Now
We
fire her
purchased
up
the
and call me
product.
when you're underway.
They
Tell you where to
shipped
go.
us, if you put it digitally, a code or whatever.
Looks
I got a
like this'll
physical
be a
version.
cool breeze.
I got the cover. It's all labelled correctly. Open world, mature, RPG, CyberPunk 2077, R18 plus.
Get the fuck out.
All that's correct.
Get the fuck out.
Then you get in the game.
Fuck. You can drive.
Dashboard.
Out.
What are you
All
doing?
your settings, you got 3 settings. Nothing shows. Oh, this is a lie. You even go to your nudity settings. Oh yeah, nudity setting is turned off. So no nudity is to be censored. It's uncensored. Right. You create your character. Oh. Give it a penis. Give it pubic hair. Go into the game. Oh, let's have a shower scene. Oh, you wearing underwear. What, are you a special needs person? Do you shower in your underwear? Well, I know I don't. How do you wash your bits if you've got your underwear on? So, yeah, and that's where it starts.
Come on.
The lies, the walling off content, the
You know,
defrauding,
fuck all about
the
Truth.
falsifying information, what are you going to call it? The bones are there. That's all I can say. That is the biggest praise that I can give the game. The bones are there. The foundation of a AAA game is there. But where you can get the shiniest diamond on the planet, if you cover it in the biggest pile of crap you can find, it's still a pile of crap. Whether there's a diamond in there or not, it's still a pile of crap. And then when you sprinkle some lies on top of that pile of crap, and then you charge customers $100 for it,
Nice.
that doesn't shine a nice light into your company. Yes, so if anyone's at the point where they're
Good job
like,
to steal those
should
wheels
I
of
buy it?
the
I've been
Coyote.
holding off buying it. Do not buy it. Avoid it like the plague. The company, avoid them like the
Just
plague.
like that? You put a
Um,
barrel to my skull not so long
I am
ago.
currently
You help my
actively
homies.
looking for persons
Okay in my book.
who are willing to
I'm no foul.
group up for a class action against them in response to the
food it is.
incorrectly
Let's
censoring
go.
of the game. Find me on Twitter. I've started up a Facebook page for said for the fight against the incorrectly censoring the game. This Facebook page is #FixCensorship space gaming. Go buy one of EA's games instead. Buy a loot box from them. At least with that, it is going to an actual product that you bought. They advertise it having loot boxes in it. This
Stanley here with you, and we got another.
I can't even call them a company because at least the company's got some sort of structure. This is a scumbag convention, right? Have literally made a game that a lot of other game companies can quite easily make. Bethesda, Rockstar, God forbid I'm saying this, but EA, Ubisoft, Take-Two, all those game companies, fairly regular, make open world games of
Chick we're looking
similar
for somewhere in this building.
quality. Right?
Probably
So
crawling
when
with
people
the
make the
pinnacle that
comment,
kidnapped her. Eyes and
oh,
ears open,
you
alright?
surprised it runs on this
Speaking of
console?
which,
It's like, I'm
Got you a
not.
little something.
It should quite easily run on this
training
console.
shard. In case you need to brush up on your dance moves.
Optimizations.
Down for some target practice in VR?
Not now, Jack. No time. Maybe
Quality
later.
assurance. Testing.
Sure.
Um,
Mañana.
the things
do
that
this.
a normal game company would do, they've just glazed over it. It's like, what the test has got a
Elevator,
disc,
this way.
or whether it's booted up. Oh yeah, the main menu works. Pass it, it's fine.
Your movie.
Shit. It's like, what kind of fucking company does that? You can boot the game up in half a minute. Like, here, perfect example. Male character has genitalia. What's with the purple boxes? I didn't choose the purple boxes. My censorship is turned off. And you wonder why
Big moves, Mano.
nobody likes you. Except for your fanboys.
V.
The fanboys that will congratulate you or feel sorry for you because your pile of shit isn't liked. Because that's what this game is right now. It's a pile of shit. To be blunt.
Big moves, Mano.
Shut up, Jackie. I don't care. I'm talking to the friggin' viewers. If they want this game to succeed, and for us customers not to have been ripped off, I will list off right now what they need to do. What has to be done. Right? I will go from most important and work my way down. Right? Step 1. First things first. Fix the nudity. Right? 2. Optimizations. Right? And things like all this junk. Right? Half it. Instead of having a van, a tent with rubbish around it, have a tent and half the rubbish, or have the van and the tent, or just a little pile of rubbish.
Your movie.
Right? So having 2 junk cars, have 1 junk car. No? Number 3. When you walk up to a person, any person, have more than just click on them once. Have them say hi without their mouth moving. But, I don't know, second or third time you click on them, have them say something different, like, dude, you're bothering me. Right? 4. And this is where a lot of people have been complaining, but this is like down the list. The police, the wanted system. Right? It's not just the police, it's NPCs in general. Like, when you get a wanted level, don't have the police spawn right on top of you. Right? Have them spawn a block away, a couple of 100 meters away. Have them run to you. Right? I'm pretty sure you programmed in running, because I've seen NPCs run away from shooting. So just tell the police to run towards the shooting. It's not that hard. Right? The car handling, give them more weight. That's a simple fix. Give a car more weight. And in relation to the cars, when you're driving, zoom your map out a little bit, so people can see when the corner's coming up. Right? Game fixed. Right? All this shit with some of the jobs not triggering correctly. Take your time fixing them. Right? The apparently 1 person who's working on this game, because we've had 6, 8, if I am counting correctly, 8 updates. Very, very slight improvements in performance on the base console. Right? Less texture pop-in, less LOD pop-in, level of detail. So the low, like, it used to be you look away, you'd look back, and the car was in the low LOD. That happens less often. That is the only noticeable improvement in the last around about 7 updates. Right? You fix nothing. Nudity is still broken. Yes, broken. Not working correctly. Because nudity sensor off is uncensored, and that is clearly censored, right? Or it would look like that. There. Takamura got broken on the 6th update, and you had to fix him for the 7th. There's a digital hole in your game, so hackers and cyber criminals, so people like you guys, can get into your game and put malicious software on people's computers. Well, that's a bit of a false statement, because isn't CyberPunk a malicious software if it's not what it was promised? Like, if you download something, right? We'll choose, I don't know, a GIF, right? If you download a GIF, right? Or GIF as some people call it, right? Or we'll say, I don't know, a farting cloud. You feel like having a giggle, so you download this moving picture of a farting cloud, right? And then you click on the thing, and instead of downloading a farting cloud, your computer gets hacked, or bricks your computer, or get spyware or whatever on your computer. Isn't that basically what CD Projekt have done? But not just to PC, but to everybody. 13 plus million people. And isn't that against the law? Like, if you purchase a product, if you go to a car dealer, this is the perfect example. I'll even use the penis part on this character as a reference, right? Think of his member as a gear shift, right? That's the manual gear shift, right? I bought this game to get a manual, right? So I went to my car dealership, picked out a manual car, the paperwork, the user's manual, all that says manual, right? And they said no worries. So I signed the paperwork, hand over all my money. They said no worries, we would deliver it in a couple of days. So you go home, you sit down, then they pull up, here's your manual car, there's the paperwork, there's the keys. You go out there and you sit in the driver's seat and you go down to go looking for the clutch. Oh, where's the clutch gone? There's no clutch. And it's an automatic shift. It's like, I bought a manual, I paid for a manual and got an automatic. Back to the dealership, said, dude, you gave me the wrong vehicle. Oh, yes, we're sorry. And they will, normally, a normal law-abiding company would correct it. CD Projekt have done that exact same thing. CyberPunk2077 I bought was a manual. It was uncensored, right? I paid for an uncensored game. The paperwork said the main menu, nudity censor off, says it's a manual. Huh? The cover says it's a manual. But then I get in and look, it's an automatic. So I bought an uncensored game, it's labelled as uncensored, the cover states it's uncensored, but yet it's censored. This company needs to be taken to the court, and that they have to, they can't get away with it. And a slap on the wrist isn't good enough. Like, I'm trying my damnedest daily. Emails, tweets, and tickets. No responses. Right? Anyone with any power are bitching about a mod that does 10% instead of 12%. Right? No one is complaining about the actual problems. And I will even look down while I say actual problems. Errors, incorrect settings, walled off features, lies, deceptive settings. It's like, no. Give us our game, you rip-off bastards. We paid you money for CyberPunk 2077, the mature, uncensored, open world, role-playing game. Right? If Grand Theft Auto 5, Dying Light, Dead Island, the Call of Duty and its kind, so Battlefield, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, all those games, if all those other games can do it, have their game run at a decent state, and be of the content that it is labelled as, surely you can. And don't feed us the horse shit that we're working on it. And all these people are saying they feel sorry for the developers, they feel sorry for whoever, they feel sorry for the hate. It's like, right now I'm going to make this statement, right? That purple underwear, me as a non-coder, right? I did not go to computer school for 4, 6, 8 years or whatever. I could fix it. Give me the game code, right? Point to roughly where the coding is for the character and its clothing options, right? Give me, I'm gonna take a guess here, 5 minutes, and I can fix it, right? And the only reason why they would have to point out the area is because it's a whole game, right? And I'm not a coder. So I'm not going to sit there for days trying to figure out whether I'm looking at a car's code or a character's code. Because I don't know what coding and terms they use in the code, right? If it's labeled as character inventory nudity sensor, and they've got it as nudity sensor at the moment, it'd be set out as nudity sensor true. Change that true to false. I have nudity sensor off. Nudity sensor false. Uncensored. That is the game I bought. Well, seeing as I can't point out anything good about the game, because they haven't given us the game, I'm going to call it. But this is my word of warning to everyone. I can almost guarantee it. This next update, patch 1.2 or 1.2, however you want to say it, I'm put it on the table right now. It's not going to fix a thing. The nudity sensor will still not be working correctly. Performance, we might get a hair of better improvement on base consoles, right? Missions not working properly, phone calls not triggering and stuff like that. I can't see any of that being fixed. Broken textures, T-posing characters, flying cars, menus. Actually, it wasn't too bad that time. Menus taking their time opening, stuff taking its time displaying, that sort of stuff. They won't fix any of that. That's what I'm putting on the table right now. 1.2 is not going to fix a damn thing. Even though the nudity sensor, from the coder's point of view, can take a couple of minutes to fix, if that. They will not fix it. They are not doing their job, and they are getting paid not to do their job. They are ripping off the customer base, and they're getting away with it. So I'm out of here. Do not buy CDPR, and look after yourselves. I'm out of here. This very pissed off customer who got rorted ripped off by this scumbag company, is going to try and find something to play. So catch you all later.